Folks, welcome back to the road to 105 kilograms. Apologies for last week. I've been a little bit preoccupied, as you can see. We went to the WSOP. For those who don't know, that's the World Series of Poker. Look at me having a great time there. So this video is less of a fitness video and more of a don't let your dreams rot away kind of video. So I think that just let's have a chat. One of my great loves in life is card games. All card games. Poker, PLO, Irish poker, Pai Gow, blackjack. I love card games in all their states. And I had the opportunity to last minute go to Vegas while the World Series of Poker was on, and I took it. I just jumped at it. A friend was playing a lot of the main. He didn't play the main event, but he played a load of events over the series, the World Series of Poker. And he basically said, "Look, if you pay for your flights, you can come." Very much a once in a kind of lifetime opportunity, and I absolutely jumped at it. I was like, "Are you serious?" Literally, this was the Tuesday night, and we flew on the Friday. So it was 3 days notice. I had to get sign off from work, and I made it happen. And I think that this is a real kind of tell on who actually wants to be after things in life. Do you know? I could have gone, it's too short notice. If you gave me more time, and it would never have happened. And I wouldn't have had this amazing opportunity. But instead I said, give me in 24 hours and I'll tell you yes or no. And I made it happen. I called my boss, I was like, please, look, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's never going to be able to be this cheap for me again. Can we make this happen? And she bent over backwards to make it happen with me. And that does credit to my boss. He's a good boss. But it was a real once in a lifetime event, and I'm so happy that I got to go. And why I'm leading with this is basically I think too many people just rot away and they don't actively chase their dreams. This is a bucket list thing for me. That you can see here on the screen though. This is the main hall in the Paris where the WSOP was being played. The feature table's just on my right, and I went all around there. I watched a final table. I watched someone get handed their bracelet, and if you're in the poker world, you know how much of a big deal that is winning a bracelet. And it was just amazing. All because I said yes, and yes, I wanted to make this happen. I'm not saying be reckless with your money, but I am saying plan for these opportunities that when they do arise, you can say yes, and you can jump at them, and they're not just fleeting dreams that you one day would have made. I always worry about being I almost did that person or I did that person, right? My dad speaks about it a lot, about he doesn't want to lie on his deathbed and it be, I could have did that. I almost did that. He wants to be, I did that. Anyway, just let's turn our face to the video here. I actually get told off here for filming in the event hall. So I flip around on me and then this woman shouts and is basically like, look, you're not allowed to film here. And I'm like, oh! So I flip it back around, just put it down, and we keep filming anyway. But going back to what I was saying, I refuse to be one of these people who I almost did that. Imagine being that person. You're on your deathbed and you're like, what do you regret most? And being like, I don't regret anything. I almost did everything. Almost did everything. So you did nothing. I have to be one of these people that's like, I did that. Yeah, the opportunity came, but I did that. And this really ate into my savings, this trip. It wasn't the cheapest trip in the world. America's not a cheap place, but I can make more money. I can't really go back to WSOP anytime soon and have these experiences. I did play a lot of cash. In the cash tables, we actually did come up. So I took $1,000 with me. We bought in for a total of 800, I think. Yeah, 800 cash, and we profited out at 1,000 something. So we made money in the cash, but we lost money on tournaments because we're not really a tournament player, and we also lost money on other games like blackjack, Pai Gow poker. But it's all part of the experience. I went to have a good time, and I had a great time. But the long and the short of it is, this message is basically, don't be one of those people who doesn't prepare themselves for when the opportunities arise. Be a person who does stuff with their life. The likelihood is you can walk, you can talk, you can see, you have no real problems in life, and you're not doing anything with it. Grasp every opportunity. And I know you'll have heard this 100 times before, but use this opportunity, this message right now to be the one to be like, do you know what, I am going to get after it. I am going to go and get this stuff sorted and do these things and do this dream, go on that trip, do whatever. Because you don't want to be the person who looks back and goes, I almost did that. Imagine being an almost did that person. Anyway, that's kind of it for this week. We'll be back to the normal rota as of next week. Back to the fitness content. We did some rounds. We did some rounds last night, which went really well. We held some pads for Yak Check and stuff. It turns out I did actually have a wee injury after the half Ironman, which kind of put me out that week before we went to Vegas. But it is what it is. It's part of doing stuff like that. Yeah, so we're back to the normal schedule as of next week. Apologies for the lack of content, and then also a very last minute message from me telling you weren't getting a video that week. Yeah, that's kind of everything for today. Enjoy the last of the B-roll. This is actually where we played. This is the Horseshoe. We played nearly all our cash games in the Horseshoe. It was great. Hall of Fame poker room. Yeah, it was an amazing trip, and I applaud you. Please find what you're passionate about and go chase it. Anyway, till next week, folks. Thanks for joining me.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.